it's how I process what she's saying is, you notice like she keeps on mentioning this alleyway kind of scenario. And you think it's kind of interesting that in the media, when people kind of portray rape, it's normally in the alleyway.
Great.
Portray this kind of stuff, it's normally in the alleyway.
In the alleyway, in a secluded place.
So
no, because the majority of it.
The point is, it's programmed, isn't it?
It's scary.
People watch these same videos.
It's drilled in your head.
Especially the feminists. They watch these same videos. They get these same narratives. And then in real life, they act like they live in alleyways and that this is like a scenario that actually happens.
But it is.
Yeah, but the thing is, you're most likely to get raped not in an alleyway by somebody that you know.
Of course, yeah, your partner or an ex.
Right. So why the alleyway analogy is what you're saying?
Alleyways at night.
It's because I think she lives
Yeah,
where she lives.
of course. There's no
but it is.
choice.
No, I'm saying
you're 32,
And?
right? Yeah, so you can't pick somewhere that's not down an alleyway.
Is there not a cost of living crisis? Do you honestly think it's that easy to pick up and move?
You could move into a cheaper area outside of the city. There's always solutions to this
That's
stuff.
and so that's
you're telling me the only houses that you could live in are down dark alleyways.
My flat is
London.
not down a dark alleyway. To get to it, you've got to walk down an alleyway.
Okay.
That's the way it is. I can take you there and show you if you want.
In all of London, there was nowhere you
I don't
could
live in
live.
London.
That is okay. In all of wherever you live, in whatever town you live in, the only places that you could pick to live, you have to go down dark alleyways.
What is this? Well, how does that make any sense?
It doesn't. That's why.
What do you mean? So every time as a woman we buy a house, we've got to scope the area to check if there's alleyways.
Yeah, if I live.
But why don't men just stop stalking?
Okay. If I live, I live
All
here.
men.
There's no guy that lives here. And one of my requirements when looking at apartments was I need a front desk person because I want security because I don't want to be in a dangerous situation.
Sorry, I put off saying it because I'd imagine I'm in council, so I didn't have a say where I got put.
But do you know what you just said, which was very interesting? You said, "Why don't guys stop stalking?"
Yeah.
Right. You know, society doesn't.
Stop gold digging?
You know, yeah, exactly. You know,
Because
people.
one ends in
Hang on. People get told not to do things all the time. We get told not to steal.
Yeah.
We get told not to murder. We get told not to grape.
Yeah.
We get told not to do a lot of things. People still do it.
Yeah.
So because we know people still do it, right? Now it's time for you as a person to take it on yourself to say, if I know people do this, let me put myself in a position where I'm least likely to have that affect me. Because people out there still, like I've got a car. Should I have a car without an alarm and a mobilizer? No. But I can say people shouldn't steal cars. Of course I should say people shouldn't steal cars, but they do. So I've now got to protect myself from the people that do steal cars. So this is one of the things about self-agency and being like accountability for yourself. And I'm not saying that people should not or people should be graped and people should be SA'd. But I'm saying there are situations and there's scenarios, like Pearl was saying, that you can put yourself in or not put yourself in to make that more likely to happen to you.
So do you do anything to prevent
Of course, I switch up the way I walk home. To walk back into my estate, there's 2 alleyways or it would be like a 45-minute walk round the whole way, okay? I switch up my routine every time I walk. I've been watching crime documentaries from a young age.
All of that.
No. But that's the truth. That's the truth, though, isn't it? It's just what is true.
But everything goes in your.
Of course, but it's not just women being killed by men. But the thing is that I find when I watch these documentaries where women are being killed by men is that there was numerous chances to nip it in the bud or put him away for life before it got to the chance that he killed someone.
Can I ask you something?
That's literally with like every murder, every situation.
Yeah, of course.
Crime. So why is it like just why?
We were talking about that. That's the same with every crime. It should be the same with every crime. You should get a sentence that reflects the crime, and you shouldn't be allowed to go out and recommit.
I think I was going to ask you something. You said you watch a lot of crime stuff. I kind of feel like you're kind of feeding into it. You're kind of making you're feeding into the trauma. You're feeding into the paranoia. Instead of taking accountability, okay, there's certain things you have a choice on what you're putting into your conscious, yeah?
Yeah, of course.
You also have a choice of where you walk and where you go. Yeah. I've also got, female friends who take precautions, they send their live location, they avoid certain places.
Stay on the phone.
They stay on the phone to me, or they just don't go home at a certain time. I do understand that not everybody has the same form of advantages or whatever, but there are things that you can do to adapt to the situation. And when I look at you and I listen to you, like I keep on saying, this is all a case of you not broadening your horizons in terms of understanding. We all know that people do bad things in different situations, but what are you doing to prevent that and protect yourself without having a hatred for that one particular thing?
And do you think that's this is the reason why I'm having this conversation, the reason why we're doing this in a great area, because I think that's psychology that you have is becoming more and more prevalent. Men are just being seen as automatic predators.
But
they're just being seen as automatic bad guy.
Yeah.
And it's like...
Not a good one.
No, but there's a reason.
But you need men, though.
But that's
I never said
point.
I never said we didn't know.
I'm not saying, but I'm saying society needs men. So to paint men in a bad light consistently and continuously, what it's going to do to men is at some point men are going to be like, oh, well, if you see us as such bad people, you know what? You lot do it yourselves.
It's like men built the world for us and you're shitting on them as a thank you.
Right.